ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नारायणपरावेदा देवानारायणाङ्गजाः नारायणपरालोका नारायणपरामखाः नारायणपरो योगो नारायणपरन्तपः नारायणपरं ज्ञानं नारायणपरागतिः। तस्मात् केन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पदिः श्रोतव्यकीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयपूज्यश्च नित्यदा। जयति जगति मायां यस्य कायाधवस्ते वचनरचनमेकं केवलं चाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं सकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतास्मि। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are seeing the Narada Bhakti Sutras and I have completed till 23 sutras. Now we are going to see the 24th sutra. Narada Rishi was telling about the difference between the kama and prema and the love of the gopikas. It is parama prema or para bhakti. That is the perfect example of para bhakti or parama prema. Parama prema is pure. It's divine. But it is not same with kama. And that's why there are so many differences between kama and prema. Kama exists only in this mundane life, but prema is more than that. And in the next sutra, that is in Sutra 24, Sri Narada Rishi says that Nastyeva tasmin tat sukham sukhitvam. Nastyeva na asti eva tasmin tat sukham sukhitvam. Na asti eva. It does not exist like that. Na asti eva. It does not exist. Tasmin, in that. In what? In that kama. That sukha sukhitvam. Others. When others are happy, I become happy. That is not there in kama. But in prema, it is there. What here Narada Rishi means is, in that kama or in that mundane love, the expectation, the reservations, the ego, everything make that love impure, profane. And so, kama is of second level, and in bhakti or in prema, all these reservations or selfishness or ego is not there. And that's why it is considered as the superior and divine. In the kama, our feelings are given more importance than the feelings of others. So the other has to satisfy our desires or our expectation or satisfy our ego, have to give satisfy us by good words, satisfy us by giving things, or satisfy our needs, or satisfy what all desires we have. Then only that love or karma will work. And karma is also considered as gross, physical, giving more importance for the sense and the mind and the body. But all these are not present in prema. Prema is beyond this body and senses. It is completely merging with the infinity. That is prema. But all that are not present in the profane love, that is kama. And here in prema, one forgets everything. They do not identify there with their body or mind itself. That's why the Gopikas, they were able to come above that level of body and mind. Whoever the society rejected them, maybe their family also said bad about them. Many did not understand their nature because they all were married women and they were going after Krishna. They did not understand this. And so, what all they felt that is right, they said. But all that is not true. So, in mundane love or in profane love, impure love, all these expectations are there, but in prema, it is not there. It surpasses everything. It goes beyond the expectation of the body and the mind. And the Gopikas, when they thought about Bhagavan, when they think about Bhagavan, that differences and that barriers faded away. Only infinity was there. They were able to merge with the vibration or the mind of Bhagavan himself. They just became complete bliss, blissful nature, or they became infinite. They did not have that limitations. They did not feel that limitations. When they thought about Brahman, they did not, all that limitations and reservation, everything faded off. And they thought that they are infinite. They just resembled Bhagavan Krishna in all ways. So that is purity and divinity, and that's the greatness of prema. It is only there in prema, not in kama. Here the happiness of the other person is given more importance than the happiness of the ourself. That is, the egoistic feeling is not there in prema, but in the mundane love or in kama, the egoistic nature is given more importance. There are so many reservations and limitations. That's why that love is so limited, temporary. It is based on the physical needs and the physical desires, but prema is not like that. It goes beyond that. Even now, when we're pure bhaktas, when they think about Bhagavan, they cross over that, they come over that body and mind consciousness and they merge in that infinity of Bhagavan. The others may not accept it or they may not recognize it, but they merge in Bhagavan, in his infinite nature. That is, the barriers disappear, the barrier of our body, the barrier of our mind or our thoughts, everything disappears for that those bhaktas who think about Bhagavan. That is parama prema, or it is said as the para bhakti. There no form, there is no bhakta or no Bhagavan, only bhakti is there. That is parama prema or para bhakti. And with this, Narada Rishi temporarily concludes this topic of prema and kama. And now in the second chapter, Dvitiya Adhyaya, he tells about he extols the para bhakti mahatvam. That is the topic of the next chapter, Dvitiya Adhyaya. That is Sutra 25. From Sutra 25 begins the second Adhyaya, Dvitiya Adhyaya. सातु कर्म ज्ञान योगभ्यो pya adhikartara. And that is that para bhakti is greater than karma, jnana and yoga. Adhikatara, pya adhikatara. It is greater or superior than these three. Here one must take into account or to bring in the mind that what Sage Narada is telling is not that higher level of jnana or higher level of yoga or higher level of the any spiritual procedures. He is telling about the beginning level. Any beginning level of jnana is only information. When we go go to the jnana yoga or Vedanta classes, in the beginning, we do not understand anything. It will be only information, but we have to hear that carefully. After that, only it will give result. So, it is only information. This beginning part, Sri Narada Rishi is comparing. Even like this, when we go to the Raja Yoga or meditation, in the beginning level, we have to try a lot. Only when we cross a half mark, then we will get that benefit. So Narada Rishi is telling about this beginning level, because what we understand by these sutras is, what he says is, the higher level of jnana or the supreme level of jnana or yoga or anything is not different from bhakti. Also, top level of bhakti, para bhakti, it is not different from anything. The highest of para bhakti is not different from the highest of jnana. There only that infinity is there, no division. See, to enter that final stage, there are so many paths. According to our mentality, according to our situation or our training, we can select one path. But when we reach the highest level, there is no difference, just like many rivers merging in the sea. It's just like that. So, the beginning level of jnana or yoga should be considered here. And bhakti is superior than all this. Why is it superior than all this? The first reason is, in bhakti, there are no reservations. Any person, even a sinner, can take this path, because he is loving his own self, and he is loving a form in that is, he is using a form. By that, he is loving his own self. So, bhakti, anyone can practice. There are no prerequisites or reservations for it. Even a person who do not have that great values or great behavior, he can follow bhakti, because bhakti is the greatest purifier, just like water. It purifies us, it purifies our mind. So, anyone can take that path, and it is common, universal. Anyone can follow the path of bhakti. This is the first reason why is it that it is superior than other paths. The next is, even if a person climb up to half level of bhakti and he has some other interest, or his interest is diverted and he goes to some other job or materialistic life, he will not fall from there. But when you practice other jnana yoga or karma yoga or raja yoga or anything, when we reach that half path and if we leave it, then we have to start from the once again from the beginning. This is not there in bhakti. If he has gone up to the half path, and if he leave it and go turn towards the materialistic world, and after some time at the old age, if he again worship Bhagavan, Bhagavan also will accept it, and for him also it will not be difficult. He can catch up from the place where he left. That is another advantage of it. And the next thing is, we completely enjoy each and every step of bhakti. If you practice Jnana Yoga, if you attend the Vedanta classes, in the beginning it will be a completely dry subject, because all these words are used there, all the terms used there are completely unheard of. It is so new to us, so we feel so bored. Sometimes, if our classmates are at an advanced level, then we feel more bored. So that is not there in bhakti. Each and every step we will enjoy. In meditation, it's that's also very difficult, because in the initial stages of meditation, we will not have that much progress. Only when we cross up to the half level, we'll have progress. So we feel bored, or we may not enjoy it. Some people, because of this boredom, or they feel that it is not so difficult for me, it is not for me, they think, they conclude, and they leave the path itself. But it is not there in bhakti, because bhakti deals with the emotions, and it will mold our emotion and elevate us to the higher level. So that is there in bhakti, and for that reason it is superior than all the other paths. And the next thing is, in the other paths, we have to control our body, mind, and senses, or otherwise it will not give fruit. But in bhakti, we have to just love Bhagavan, because love comes automatically to any person. So we have to love, we have to change that path of love. We love Bhagavan, and that emotion itself purifies us and elevate us. So that is another reason why many people opt for bhakti, and why it is considered as superior. And in bhakti, one has the privilege of following their own Ishta Devata. And suppose many people will have their own form of worship, but when you come to jnana or meditation or other paths, we have to leave this Ishta Devata and come to one common path. But here in Bhakti, this Ishta Devata itself elevates that person, because Bhakti is pure love. Through that form, we are loving our own self, our own Atma. So that's the point there. So, a wide variety of choices. We can choose any form or any Ishta Devata, so the divinity of their own choice. So, the freedom to choose the form of Bhagavan from their perspective, all will not have the same perspective. Some will love Bhagavan Krishna, some will love Devi, or some will love Mahakali, or some will love Bhagavan Shiva. So, from their own perspective, they choose that form of Bhagavan, and through that path, they elevate to their higher level. And that form, when we worship that form itself, it elevates us and purifies us. So, para bhakti is not different from the individual Ishvara Anubhuti. When we worship a Ishta Devata, we will get that Ishvara Anubhuti. For some people, the Ishta Devata will talk to them, they will share their information. So, it is not different from para bhakti. So, that is accepted, and for that reason, para bhakti is extolled. So, for all these reasons, para bhakti is said as a supreme than all the other paths, or the bhakti yoga is supreme than the other paths. Other paths means it is better than the jnana or any spiritual work, or the meditation, because here the emotions is given more importance, and through that emotion our nature itself will be elevated. So that's what Sage Narada, he compares the para bhakti, and actually he extols para bhakti. So let us see what he tells in the next sutra in my next upload. Om Namo Narayanaaya.